How's it going, guys? Back with another video. This video I'm talking about if you want people to instantly trust you and sort of regard you as a good friend or someone they can talk to, then watch this video. I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do, and this is what I normally do. It's just human nature, and I think it's going to help. Okay, so this can be done with work colleagues, friends, or anyone like that. So it's simple. Just let people talk about themselves. Because if you're in a room and people are sort of trying to get to know each other, everyone's waiting their turn. They all want to talk about themselves. So you just let them talk. That's it. You don't need to do anything. And as long as you're listening and they can see you're listening, then they're gonna respect you a lot more. And if you value what they do and you pay interest into what they do and you actively sort of engage with them, say, okay, tell me a little bit more about that. So if someone's into football, you can say, okay, how many goals did you score and stuff like that. I'm not into football, but if you pay more attention around this, nodding your head, go, yeah. And then you're trying to wait for your time to jump in and talk about yourself, then they're going to get a bit pissed off. But if you can just sort of hold back on wanting to talk, because it's in human nature just to want to sort of talk about yourself and your own hobbies, because you've got to remember everyone's not into the same thing everyone's into. So if you can pay interest into that particular person who's talking to you, they're going to value you as more of a friend and they can trust you. Yeah, so the rule number one is next time you meet someone, just listen to them. Let them talk about their story. And everyone's favourite conversation or subject is on themselves. This is something I realised a long time ago. So if I'm talking to someone, I sometimes have to stop myself talking about my own hobbies. And I'm like, oh, sorry, mate, I've been talking about myself. What you been up to? And I tell you, people feel a lot more valued. And it's human nature. We all want to talk about ourselves. But if you can hold back your own sort of desires to talk about your hobbies and stuff like that, people are going to think, yeah, this guy is actually listening to me. And it's the same if you're dating or whatever. I'm guessing, I'm not dating. I've been with my girlfriend for a long time. You can use that there. If that person feels heard and valued, then they're going to trust you and they're going to want to come and see you. And because you're a person, they know that you're going to listen to them. Yeah, so it could be friends, colleagues, or anything like that. I'm always taking a mental note what that person said to me last. So even if it's like a week later or whatever, say if they're going on holiday or they're running a marathon, I'll say, how's the training going and everything? And they instantly start talking because people, it's human nature, they want to talk about themselves. And you build a deeper connection with that person. And these are just sort of little these are little things I've sort of picked up over the years. Not be selfish, talk about myself. Let the other person talk. And it's not just me thinking, I want to find out everything about them, because it's not about being nosy, but it's about listening. That's the whole game. People want to feel heard. Some people are really lonely and they're going through a rough time. So if you could be that person they can talk to, then it's a brilliant sort of place to be. I've had people sort of confide in me, and if people see that they can trust you, never go and gossip about anything they talk about. They come to you in confidence. Gossipers, they're horrible people. They want to find out about other people, and they're doing it all for the wrong intentions. So if you have good intentions and you're there to listen to people, you'll have better relationships with people, and it definitely works. Okay, so that's the main part, listening to people. Right. The other thing you need to be careful of is some people you're going to talk to or get to know, and they're always going to talk about themselves. But if they never come back and say, how are you doing? So if I'm talking to someone and I get to know that person, and I'm always the person asking them how they're doing, I'm kind of leading the questions, and I'm feeling like because a relationship is a two-way street. Around if it's a friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, you need to both be on the same playing field. So if I'm asking someone a question about what they're up to and I'm listening to them, I've taken the time to listen to them. If they can't be bothered to listen to me, then I'm just thinking, well, I'm kind of losing interest here, because I'm listening to everything this other person's talking about, and they're a taker. So you have to be careful who you talk to. But ultimately, if that person is a bit of a taker and they need someone to talk to, they don't realise what they're doing. So not everyone is emotionally sort of thinking that way. But if you can sort of get to that situation where you're thinking, oh, I need to ask this person a question, and it's really going to change the relationship dynamics. But just remember, some people will never ask you what you're up to. So that's okay. You just step back and you just ask less questions. You can tell if someone's a narcissist because they're always going to talk about themselves. They're never going to ask you a question. Say, how are you? How was your day? Yeah, so some people are completely wrapped up in their own worlds. It's okay. That's normal. So don't feel offended by it. Just step back and, you just don't spend as much time listening to that person. You're never going to be rude to someone. It's not really my style. So that's it really. That's just my take on like trying to get a better relationship with people and getting on the side of people. You know, always talk to someone, and if you can sort of talk to them about their favorite subject, and their favorite subject is going to be about themselves, guarantee it. Nearly everyone, if you go to say a job and you're on a course or something, and then they're asking everyone in the room, so tell me about yourself, that's their time to shine. So they're going to want to show their best light. They're going to talk about their hobbies and things like that, and that's, you know, that they want everyone to sort of listen to them. If you can be that person who listens, then they're going to see that they can trust you. And this is just how I run my life. I'm always interested in other people. I'm not selfish, and that's it really. So anyway, I hope this video has helped you, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.